This is Curious Joel, a village of 44,000 Hasidic Jews in upstate New York that primarily speak Yiddish, have an average of 7 kids per family, rely heavily on state assistance and welfare programs like Medicare, SNAP, housing assistance, and tax credits from their many kids. How many kids do most people have out here?
17, 18.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids?
They are proud to do what the Torah says, that you need to be multiple and fruitful.
Wow. How do people afford to have like 10 kids out here?
The community is based on this.
So is it wealthy members of the community give charity?
Yes, mostly.
I don't talk to suspicious person.
How am I suspicious? Do you study Torah?
You work for Hamas?
What do you do for work?
Nothing.
How do you make money?
My wife.
Your wife?
I'm doing home care.
Brokerage, construction.
Are most people on Medicaid, SNAP, EBT?
I don't know. I can't speak for other people.
What about you?
I'm not going to tell about myself.
The one thing I am curious about, though, is the welfare use. Are you on welfare?
No. The Jewish people, just from Curious Joel, their taxes covers everything that we take back. They pay a lot of property tax.
You know anyone on welfare here?
I won't comment on that question.
Come on.
No.
Why not?
No.
What do you guys do for work here? You guys have like businesses, work a job, study Torah?
I have a job.
What do you do?
I'm in sales.
What do you sell?
Food.
Okay. What food do you sell?
Chocolates.
What? I feel like I'm getting bamboozled right here. Excuse me. Do you guys take EBT?
We do.
What percentage of people would you say use EBT for their groceries here?
100%.
100%? What percentage would you say?
35%.
A little bit difficult to conclude what to take away from that. Let's pop in here and say shalom. Synagogue? Okay. Lots of people praying. I'm not sure the schedule exactly, but 9 o'clock sharp, they're not at work. Question for you. What do most men do for work here? Can you give me some ideas? I'm just asking Hasidic Jews out here. What do you mean? Do people here survive off of welfare?
There is a percent, like all of the communities. You have 8 kids, you can also get benefits.
It's 2:59. Why are people at work?
These are all teenagers.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
You gotta wonder what these people do for employment. So if you want to talk about Sharia law and people living in a theocratic ethnic enclave, look no further. Curious Joel is an example of only Jews living here, and a lot of them are tapping into welfare benefits.
Welcome to the JJ Carrell Show. Does that piss you off? I mean, if we're going to be intellectually honest, the Somalis piss me off. The Jews, the Hasidic Jews in upstate New York, they piss me off. But you can't talk about the Jews, because they're God's chosen people. You can't talk about Israel. This is exactly what I have been discussing for months. When I look at Somalia, or I look at Nigeria, or I look at Mexico, name the nation, name the people. When I call out their vile behavior here in America, or what they make us do as a nation because we're compromised, no one says a word. They might not like what I say. They say, oh, you just don't like it because you don't like brown people. I mean, I can talk about Russia, which I do. But they're not brown people. I can talk to Ukrainians. The Ukrainians aren't brown people. But no one has any problem with me criticizing all them. I criticize the Catholics. I'm Catholic. But oh, dear God, if we talk about the Jews and what they've done, if you are honest at all, there is absolutely no difference between what this Hasidic Jew community is doing and the Somali community in Minneapolis. They're identical. They're identical. Let's do the compare and contrast for a second. On one hand, we have the Somalis. Let's go through what the Somalis, the problems that we have. They do not assimilate into American culture. They wear their historical garb. They don't speak English, or if they do, it's broken. They have no desire to assimilate. They do not believe in our same God. They steal. They defraud. They do not work. They do not put forth anything into our community, into our country. They isolate themselves. They commit crimes. And nothing happens to them in the tune of billions of dollars. Let's look at the Jews in New York. In Kiersey, I think I pronounced it right. I don't even care. It's a small town. They call it a village. 44,000 people. Let's look at what they are, compare and contrast to the Somalis, who I despise. Well, let's look at these Jews with their stupid hats. Oh, look, they're the same as the Somalis. They don't dress like Westerners. They dress like Jews. Oh, look, they steal. Oh, look, they don't work. Oh, look, they don't speak our language. Oh, look, they don't pray to the same God. Oh, look, they're inclusive and they won't let anyone in their community. And they steal and they defraud. How many people live in this small little town? 44,000. 99% are Hasidic Jews. If you want to move into this city, you can't. They make it impossible. Do you know there's signs around the city telling you about their religious beliefs, that men and women need to stay separate in society? Women and men need to wear specific clothing. They can't say certain things and keep your language, your voice down. Wow, that kind of sounds like the Muslims in Somalia. Their wives have to wear, the women have to wear certain clothes. They can't be seen with men. Isn't it amazing? I'm going to put this out there. Look at our Christian nation being torn apart by Muslims and Jews. Isn't that interesting? A nation founded, settled, and built on the belief of Christ is our God. And yet we bring in Muslims that despise Jesus. They actually have a more respect from Jesus than the Jews. The Jews despise my Savior. The Muslims believe he's just a prophet, should be respected, but everyone is going to kneel to Islam and Muhammad because we are the infidels and we are inferior. Wow, does that not sound the same to Jews? They despise our Savior Jesus Christ. They mock him, they spit at us, they mock the cross. They think that we are below them and should be subjected to them. They can rape us, as the Muslims believe they can rape us. They can steal from us when they want to steal from us, because it is allowed in the Talmud. It is allowed in their beliefs. It is allowed in the Quran. Isn't it amazing? The enemies of the United States of America seem to be religious-based, based in Judaism and in Islam. Oh boy, am I going to get I can see my email box just filling up with DMs too. I can see the community strikes going up on X and my community strikes going up on YouTube. Here it comes. But just like I say in the intro, I don't have a filter and I don't have any fear. So you can go pound sand for all I care. And I'm going to stay on this topic. So I'm going to show you another video of someone driving around this town. And you tell me, honestly, I want you to really look at this. And I want to ask yourself while you're watching this, I don't know how long I'm going to play because I get sick of it. Ask yourself, does this look like anywhere that you live in America? Is this America?
So this place is actually more densely populated than New York City on average. One of the most densely populated communities in the country. And all the streets here are named after sects of Judaism, not S-E-X, but sects, like S-E-C-T-S of Jewish people. You know, there's different groups, just like Christianity. So this is Satmar, I think. And most of these people are from Brooklyn. And the isolated lifestyle they live, the same way they live in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Look at that. They're walking in the middle of the street. Like, y'all got a perfectly good sidewalk and you're walking in the middle of the street. Like, and people in the town of Monroe, New York complain for obvious reasons. Number one is that these people have 10 to 15 kids on average. They're big users of the welfare system. All these people do is send their kids to the Jewish private schools and read the Torah, basically. They're not contributing to the actual town of Monroe itself. And even though I think this place is officially separate from the town of Monroe, it's
Okay. Did you hear what he said? Some of these families having 15 children, and they're all abusing the welfare system. And everyone knows it. We're not talking about 44 people. We're talking about 44,000 people that are living 100% off the government. That's you and me. As I work my new job that I work over 60 hours a week on in a new law enforcement position, I come home, I research, I write articles, I manage my own website, and I create and do a nightly show. So I assume that when I add it all up, I'm doing about 90 hours a week because I am ambitious and I want to grow and I have a responsibility to my son and my wife. But I'm working my ass off to pay taxes for ethnic groups, ethnic enclaves, for them not only to take money from me in form of government handouts, but they're going to steal from me. If you're not pissed off, I don't know what else I can do to show you.
It's a place where you have such a big tax base. This little town, which might not even be a square mile, has 30,000 people living in it. In 30,000 people in 1 square mile. That is insane population density. Worse than Brooklyn, the Bronx. It's insane. So anyways, people in this area say that they're taking the resources away from the public schools, and the fact that they choose to live this or, have to live it because of their family. I was actually in a town like this during the pandemic called Muncie. Muncie is similar to this. Obviously, it's definitely not as isolated, but my man, what are you doing, bro?
That's all I can take. That's all I can take. You know what else similarity there is with them? Lawlessness. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They're just sitting in the road. They don't care. They're walking the road. The car's just idling at a light in 2 different lanes. This is lawlessness in America. My show's titled The Balkanization of America. I'm showing you the Balkanization of America. Everyone wants to act like, oh, we're a melting pot. We're not melting anything. It's like I got 20 different pots on a stove, and none of the food is touching each other. They're all siloed. I got an Islam Muslim community there in Minneapolis. They're stealing $25 billion. I got Dearborn, Michigan. God only knows what they're doing up there. They're raging terrorists. I got Jews in New York that are raping us at the tune of 44,000 people completely on government assistance, wearing their stupid hats. Like I talk about the stupid burqas and the dirty towels they wear on their head in Somalia. My God, who actually looked in the mirror and said, that hat is nice? Give me that hat. Hell, make it bigger. Make it so gigantic. Do you think anybody's doing any work with a hat like that? Honestly, come on. What job are you taking? Are you frying up some burgers? You know what you didn't see in there? You know what's interesting? As that guy drove around, do you know what you didn't see? You didn't see anywhere anybody had to work. You didn't see fast food. You didn't see gas stations. You didn't see anything. Why? Because they're all jammed in there in a square mile, or probably more. 44,000, and they go outside of their square mile for the infidels and the stupid Christians to serve and make them food and clothes and stuff because they're too busy reading the Torah and banging each other and making 15 kids. Why don't we have 15 kids? Well, because I can't afford 15 kids. You can if you're all on welfare. You can if you are morally bankrupt. You can if that's the culture. In the Jewish culture, in the Hasidic Jews, or if you're a disgusting Somali Muslim. God, I just want to curse. That's all I want to do. Bang my head and curse. Well, let's compare and contrast, huh? Let's compare and contrast the Hasidic Jews with the Somali pirate Muslims.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here.
You cannot come in here.
We don't care. We don't know where it is. Get out. That's not your job. You don't know that. Get out.
He's recording. Get out of here. Hey. They're recording. Get out of here, man. Move. I didn't give you permission to record me. Why you come here? Why you have no permission?
I want you to just imagine, not imagine. Well, imagine not having any of these people in our country. No Jews, no Muslims, just white Christians, blacks. Can you imagine? You want to add some Hispanics in because they're now the higher population of blacks. That's fine. They believe in God and Christianity, hard workers, community. Can you imagine if we just got rid of all the illegal aliens, all the legal immigrants, all their freaking 15 children, and got rid of them all? Do you know how clean and nice and civil our nation would be? But instead, I want you to continue to listen to this broken, vile English coming from the gutter tones of Somali pirates. Angry, vile, can't speak the English. Keep listening to it.
No, get out of here. Get out of here. Oh,
You have to stop the camera. You have to stop the camera.
You have to stop the camera. You have to stop the camera.
This is a lie. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No, who do you work for? Who do you work for?
Who do you work for? Never, hey, we're stealing millions of dollars. There's no business here. Instead of having some shame, what do? And what they all do all the time is they attack. These two white men, one's Nick Shirley, the only reason they're not being attacked is they have hired protection. Do you understand, America? We have allowed the enemy into our nation. We have balkanized our nation. And you, the white person, are a minority. You are within a decade of being the minority majority in your own nation. You are about to die. Someone posted something and it was brilliant. And it made me stop and pause and think. And in this video, in this post, the individual said, look at how all of the third worlders steal from us, rape our women, kidnap and brutally rape our children, kill our men, take over our industries, and we're in the majority. What do you think they're going to do when we are no longer the majority? And I'll answer it for you. They will destroy us. We will either bend a knee and be subjugated to Islam, Judaism, third world retarded people, or you will die. That
I don't care about this guy. Who do you work for? Nick Shirley. I don't care about Nick Shirley. That's who he's working for today. Nick Shirley.
Stop here. No business stop here.
Get out of here. Yes.
Would
you like to give a statement, sir? And see, you guys say I can't film, but look at you guys filming. You can do that. You can film here.
We're never going to win this war. We're not going to win this war. We're not going to win this war unless we do drastic measures. We have stage 4 cancer and it is raging through our body. And we're sitting here doing nothing, acting as if it's going to be okay. It'll just go away, right? The cancer, it'll just go away. No, it's not going away. The cancer is growing every second. It's getting bigger and bigger and covering your body. That's what's happening in America. The coast have been dominated, infested with vile third worlders. anti-American hating Muslims. Hasidic Jews are raping New York State. And now they're beginning to grow and spread across America. That's our cancer. That's our cancer. You know, I have to say this. Just I got to take like a timeout and just say, I heard someone called me or texted me the other day, I can't remember which one, and said, "Hey, I'm watching your podcast. It's really good, but it's really dark." And I text back and I said, "Thank you. And I'm not going to stop talking the way I speak. If it's uncomfortable for you or for anyone else, they have tons of different options to do. Go find it. Go find the peace and the calm and the kumbaya that you desire. But just know the cancer's raging. You may feel good about looking at unicorns and rainbows, but the world is crashing around you. And when it finally crashes down on you, you're going to be screaming for what? Where's my help? Well, why were you not helping other people? Why were you not part of the resistance? Instead, you were part of the problem because you remained silent because you were scared. I understand that it's frightening. I understand the things that we talk about and things that are happening in the world are frightening. You really have a choice to make. Do I straighten my back, push my chin out, and be strong? Or do you bend a knee and you're a coward? It's really that clear cut. I got on the bottom of the screen, I got my website and my Substack. I post daily, multiple times, articles, videos. If you can do me a favor and support, show your support for me by going to jjcarrell.com. It's my website, or at jjcarrell.substack.com. I have paywall for videos and articles, etc. And I have a bunch of free stuff. Doesn't matter. You can support it or not. Just spread the word. Go to YouTube, click on the subscribe button. Go to Rumble, click on the subscribe button. That helps. So I appreciate that. One of my sponsors that I just made the bed this morning, and my wife has like 30 pillows on there. Don't ask me why. But we have pillows, we have sheets, we have robes and slippers. Basically, our house is packed with MyPillow. And if you want a great discount on a great product, go to mypillow.com and use the promo code JJ. mypillow.com, promo code JJ. All of this is culminating in the need for Donald Trump to take action, and take action right now. Right now. Because if he doesn't take action, and when I mean action, I'm talking military, I'm talking massive arrest, deportations, arrest of the traitors that created this problem, Mayorkas, Obama, Biden's, Clinton's, all the way down the list. All the people that DNI, Tulsi Gabbard proved, all of the written receipts and evidence that John Solomon has given, all of the election fraud, all of everything. I want them all arrested. And if you need to build bigger prisons, or if you need to use the tens of thousands of beds in Guantanamo Bay, do it. I don't care. Because if we don't do it, if we don't begin to arrest people, and I want to remind my audience, we are now at the 1 year mark of Donald Trump. This week will be 1 year. No one's been arrested. If you would have told me after that rousing speech that on his inauguration day, I would have told you there will be massive arrest. And I would have said, absolutely, I believe that. If you would have told me there will not be one single arrest, I would have called you a liar to your face. I believe at the same time there was over 1,000 to 1,500 people arrested, political prisoners under Joe Biden. Illegal. I'm not calling for illegal arrest. I'm not calling for illegality. I'm calling for justice, legal justice. Everyone knows who the criminals are. Everyone knows who's there. We have the Epstein issue. We have stolen elections. We have the fraud and deceit within our House and Senate of paupers becoming millionaires, and not one damn arrest. But I will tell you who will make arrest. It'll be the Democrats when they win the midterms or they win the presidency. And they will come for all of us. They will come for me. They will come for you. There will be thousands of us in arrest, in jail. There will be thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of us deplatformed, debanked, removed from jobs. Do you think those evil bastards that are the Democrats are going to just allow January 6th-ish style to just die out? Or do you think they're going to double, triple, quadruple down? They are vile. They are evil. And here's the kicker. I've said this over and over and over again. Stop with the hypotheticals. We don't need hypotheticals. They have already done this to us. And now they're speaking out loud. They don't even hide it. They have podcasts about it. They talk about it in the open. They write articles about it. They are coming for us. And if Donald Trump does not act in a way that is vicious, that is lawful, and that is aggressive, we are all going to pay a price.
The blue tsunami means that Congress is going to haul Elon Musk, big balls, and a bunch of other people's ass in front and say, what crimes did you commit? And it's going to get really serious. And the same with Trump, because I believe.
Okay, did you just, they're so arrogant. And this is Jennifer Welch. If you want to know what a Karen is, like a vile, like she's okay. She's like not ugly. But when you listen to her, she becomes grotesque, like almost asexual. Like you would rather enjoy a hole in a tree before you had sex with this woman. She's that vile and angry. Jennifer Welch is exactly what we despise. And I don't know if you caught that, what she said. I want to take big balls. That's one of the people on Doge. I'm going to take Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and all of us. And I want to bring them in front of a judge and ask them, what crimes have you committed? I'm going to play this again. I need you to hear that again. What crimes have you committed? So sweetheart, you're going to arrest me? And then you're going to force me to say what crimes I didn't commit any crimes. No, you got to tell us what crimes you did. You arrested me for nothing? I'm going to play it again. It's that important. She's that vile.
The blue tsunami means that Congress is going to haul Elon Musk, big balls, and a bunch of other people's ass in front and say, what crimes did you commit? And it's going to get really serious. And the same with Trump, because I believe, and this is just my opinion, that Trump and all of the bottom-feeding morons surrounding him and Elon Musk and all the bottom-feeding Klingeroners that surround him, I think they commit crimes every day. And I think to reconcile all of this is going to take hardcore, not integrity Democrats. Fuck you, Democrats. Fuck you for fucking over our country. We are serious about this. We are prosecuting. We're going to uncover every document, every phone call, everything you did. We will be relentless about it. And that's the mindset they've got to have, because I think the electorate is going from, we've got to get him out, but also we want accountability.
You have to understand, Donald Trump, if you're listening, if anyone cuts it and shows you, sir, you have to start arresting people. You have to start doing what needs to be done to save this country. Because I'm going to tell you how this plays out. Men like me, we're not going to allow you to January 6th us. Ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You're going to allow a powder keg to explode in this country. I'm not going to allow that bitch to have me arrested and then have me go like Salem witch trial and then state what I've done wrong. No, I've done nothing wrong, and whip me. Okay, what have you done wrong? And beat me and beat me and beat me, hoping for me to say some crime. That jackass that she's speaking to is Jim Acosta. Do you understand that they will come back with full force? They will fabricate crimes. They will use the IRS and weaponize and steal everything you have. I'm asking for Donald Trump to do the right thing, and I don't know if he's going to do it. That's the truth. I don't know if he's going to do it. If I hear one more time Donald Trump give a speech, give an interview, or tweet about somebody needs to arrest somebody, sir, you are that someone. It's not Pam Bondi. It's you, sir. Direct the people. And if they don't do it, get them the hell out. Kash Patel has done nothing. Get him out. Pam Bondi, sorry, sweetheart. You've had a year. You are a failure. Gone. Donald Trump, where is the firing? Where is it? Where is that man I voted for? Yes, this is personal to me. Am I the level of Sean Ryan or Tucker Carlson or Joe Rogan? No, but I'm going to be. I'm going to force my way into that world because I believe I'm unique. But I'm also know that I'm a nobody. I'm not a nobody. So I know those jackasses will find me. I'm not going to go quietly. And I'm going to blame you and all of the Republicans in the House and Senate because you've done nothing. You've done nothing for us. That's why I call for a third party. I'm not represented by any of you people. None of you. They're going to come for you before they come for me. And if you think I got your back, you're completely mistaken. I won't give you any quarter. In fact, I will despise you worse than the Democrats. I expect them to be vile, to be evil. I expect you to, at the very least, to stand in front of me because you represent me. And if you don't, then get the hell out of the way.
Has to be accountability. You have to have a situation where there's accountability. And I talked about this the other day with Fanone, the former MPD police officer.
Okay, I just got to stop right there. My dad used to say that's a face that needs to be punched. Look at this impotent beta male. Impotent. If I just kind of flinched at him, he would piss his pants. And the fact that someone like that has some kind of influence and authority in my world just infuriates me. There's going to come a time, and I don't know when, but there will come a time when the alpha males will just tell, and they will look at each other and they will just kind of nod and say, just by looking at each other, I've had enough. And then we're going to rise up and we're going to crush everything in our sight. You don't think that will happen? You live in that fantasy land. If you want to know what that looks like, then go do something called read history.
Officer who almost got killed on January 6th. You know, he said, and I think it's true, that it's more than just the Dems win back the Congress and the White House. We have to change this John Roberts Supreme Court decision that gave the President of the United States a blank check. No man or woman should be above the law in this country. And Donald Trump sure as shit should not be above the law in this country. And I think the Democrats have to talk about it in these terms that, listen, if we get back in there, and I'm not saying I'm part of the Democratic Party, but I'm saying that this is the way the Democrats should communicate. They should say when they're back in there, if you guys are going to cling to this idea that Donald Trump is unaccountable, it's just not going to work. And that means adding seats to the Supreme Court so that immunity decision can be overturned. And so Donald Trump can be held accountable for his crime.
You hear what he just said? That disgusting physical piece of trash. We're going to stack the Supreme Court. We're going to bring Puerto Rico and anyone else into our country, and we're going to have a supermajority in the Senate, pack the Supreme Court, maybe 12 justices, and we win. Stop telling me and people like me that everything's going to be okay. Stop it. Everything's not going to be okay. They're telling you what they're going to do. And yet you continue on, everything's going to be okay. We're going to pray about it. Yeah, I'm going to pray about it. You're damn straight I'm going to pray about it. But see, the God I believe in doesn't want me just to sit here and pray about it. He wants me to have, he gave me talents. He gave me tools. He's expecting some return on his investment. The Democrat Party is the party of Satan. They're evil. They mutilate children. They kill babies in the womb. They have sexual perversion that rivals Sodom and Gomorrah. Get in the ballgame of life, people. You want to talk about someone that's grossly vile? Like grossly vile. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to play this because he is so grotesque. This little schmuck of a man. But I'm going to play as long as I can. This is Jamie Raskin. Is there a better name for this guy? Jamie Raskin. Vile human.
I want to play something that Leader Hakeem Jeffries said last night and just get your take on it, or what people should know about what you all are thinking about if you get back in power over a year from now. Let's play it.
There are so many different corrupt sycophants within the Trump administration, including but not limited to within the Department of Justice. Now, these people don't have immunity. And the reality is the statute of limitations is 5 years, and there will be accountability with the next administration, if not before, when Democrats take back control of the House of Representatives.
Okay, I have to bring it back. Right there. Look at Hakeem Jeffries. He is easily one of the dumbest humans on planet Earth. Now look at this disgusting, doughy white man. Has he ever lifted a weight? Has he ever felt what a callus is on his hand? Look at his face. Hakeem Jeffries is telling us the statute of limitations won't run out in time. We're going to go after these people. They are going after us. And we are sitting here with the House and the Senate and the presidency, and we're just picking our ass. Because Speaker Johnson is compromised. Because John Thune is a piece of wood and he's compromised. And they hate Trump, which means they hate us. So let's listen to what Jamie Raskin says about Hakeem Jeffries.
Let's take back control of the House of Representatives.
So that was with my colleague Chris Hayes, of course, you could see in the last part of that clip. What does that look like? What should people, who are you looking at? What actions are you looking at as the top of your list that you would like to be looking into if you find yourself as chairman of the Judiciary Committee over a year from now?
Well, we're going to restore the rule of law, Jen. That's the critical thing. And we're going to see to it that the Department of Justice is not implicated in fostering and promoting corruption.
Okay. Do you honestly trust that man for anything? You trust him that he has your best interest in heart? This is the same man that continued to allow the border to be completely wide open, ran January 6th and put people in jail, lied, perjured himself. Jamie Raskins, he's a piece of trash. A piece of trash. I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you another video, I should say. And this is Hakeem Jeffries again. He is so grotesquely stupid. He's so stupid. But let's listen to him because I love to do this. Let's just allow them to speak and listen to what they say. I don't have to give you hypotheticals. All I have to do is tell you, let's listen.
One thing to understand, as people who are flirting with the Trump administration or doing the bidding of the Trump administration or engaging in the pay-to-play schemes of the Trump administration, the statute of limitations is 5 years. Donald Trump and this toxic administration will be long gone, but there will still be accountability to be had. And that process, of course, begins now, but it will not be complete until perhaps there is an independent Department of Justice, certainly an independent House of Representatives in Democratic hands. The Department of Justice is one of the great institutions in law enforcement in the history of this country. And Donald Trump and these extremists have been destroying its integrity.
The integrity of DOJ, are you out of your mind, you senseless twat? The DOJ has no integrity. None. And you jackasses weaponized it. You did everything our founding fathers despise. You are the enemy. You are, Hakeem Jeffrey. You're the enemy. Raskin, he's the enemy. Let me see if I can find one more of Raskin, because it's just nothing makes me happier than seeing his face. Let me put him up here. God, I can't believe I'm sure, like, I don't even have the threshold of pain for this guy. You know, maybe the thing that drives me the most mad is I'm looking at men that have half the intellect that I do not have the physical structure that I have. And they have positions of authority and power that have sway over my life. It is maddening. Let me tell you what Jamie Raskin, the rat, is going to say. Quote, when we come back to power, and we will, are not going to look kindly upon people who facilitated authoritarianism in our country.
So I like that idea. And it's a complement to something that we need to be doing right now, which is engaging in far more work of transnational democratic solidarity with the democratic governments and the democratic movements and peoples and parties of the world.
Totally agree.
To try to prevent the spread of the lawlessness and the fascist chaos that's been unleashed against us. But implicit in it should be the idea that if and when we come back to power, and we will, we are not going to look kindly upon people who facilitated, to use a word of the day, who facilitated authoritarianism in our country. Because that's an assault on our Constitution and on our people.
Yeah.
If you do not believe that we are in a war, civil war, whatever you want to say it, I don't care the term. We're in a war. And I've said this several times. We believe, our side, believe in discussions, and let's do a podcast about it, and conversation needs to be the airwaves and all the avenues for communication need to be open. And let's hear what they have to say. They've already told us what they have to say. They do it with bullets in the neck, and they laugh about it. They do it by trying to shoot Donald Trump's face off, but only cut his ear and kill the poor fireman behind him. They do it by flooding in 30 million, now 50 million illegal aliens in our country. So they steal, rape, and rob us. They throw over 1,000, 2,000 people from January 6th in prison. We have Tina Peters, 70 years old, in solitary confinement. For what? What's her crime? She did what she's supposed to do and then released the data saying that they stole the election in Colorado. They have massive voter fraud. Throw her old ass in jail. Oh, yeah, her son died. She's a Gold Star mom. Throw her ass in jail. Put her in solitary confinement. We're at war. And we all sit by and we're like, I wonder, maybe we just talk a little more. We'll just talk a little more. They, the left, the globalists, the anti-American, the vile, evil leftists are on the battlefield. They've been there for a long, long time. They're beating their war drums. They're calling us. Come on, get out in the battlefield. We're waiting for you. And our response is, can we talk some more? I will say this, and I will give credit where credit's due, just like I will give credit to the Muslims. They know exactly what they're doing, why they're doing it, how they're going to do it, and they're going to tell you they're going to do it. So I have to, if I'm honest, give at least some credit, and then I have to, no matter how much it pains me, I have to respect people like Raskin and Jeffries and Penske and the Obamas and all the vile people, everybody. Because you know why? Because they believe what they believe. And they tell you what they're going to do. And then they do it. They are 180 degrees different than a Republican. A conservative Christian is gutless. They are impotent. They have been propagandized, and they will not act because we have become soft. We become pliable. We become bendable to the evils of our adversary. And we've been told that's good. That's what Jesus would do. Jesus would turn the other cheek when you're raping your child. Jesus would turn the other cheek when you're killing your wife. Jesus would turn the other cheek when they stole $25 billion, a bunch of Muslim Somali pirates. He would just turn the other cheek. You can believe in that fallacy if you want. I will not. And here's something that I know. When this kinetic confrontation comes, and it will come, they'll come for me last. They're going to come for you first because you're low-hanging fruit. You're gutless. You'll beg them, and they'll still slit your throat, but they'll get joy because you're not going to fight back. You've been kowtowed. I mean, you're coward. You bend a knee. You've already bent the knee multiple times. You have multiple shots for COVID. They know they got you. They know they don't have me. So any good battle general is going to say, I want to kill the other side. I want to slaughter the weakest of them immediately. Let's clear the battlefield. So let's clear their, quote, numbers. And now it's going to be men standing like me. And then the real world war will start. It will just start. But you will be the first one to go. You're the low-hanging fruit. They hate you as much as I hate you. And you don't even get it. They hate you because you're middle of the road. And you didn't join their side. And they hate you. I hate you for the same reason. That you're middle of the road. You're just low-hanging fruit. You're impotent. You're everything I hate. Isn't it amazing? The people that think they're going to play both sides, the people on the other side hate you more than they almost hate the enemy. And you'll be the first to go. That's just the truth. Jamie Raskin. God. What I want to talk to you about is patriotsmade.com. Why does Jamie Raskin, why does all of these people, these groups feel so empowered? Because they are financed. Well, how are they financed? Well, besides stealing from the coffers of the American taxpayer, they are financed by corporations. When they get kowtowed and afraid of Black Lives Matter, they fund them. They fund the Democrat Party. So why are you giving your money to those corporations, those companies, those big box stores? You don't have to. Patriotsmade.com. 400 plus products, all made in America by Americans. No mRNA in their food, no plastics or metals in their lotions, no plastics in their food. Patriotsmade.com/JJ. Patriotsmade.com/JJ. And I'll end with this because I haven't talked about them and I want to because they are one of my favorite sponsors, sat123.com. Be prepared. You may not like the things I say. You may say, well, it's too dark or that's too black pill. I don't really care. But I will tell you this. If someone like me is speaking, I'm going to listen. I may not agree with everything someone like me says, but I'm going to listen. I don't like to listen to the economy's crashing. Don't like it, but the economy begins to crash. I want to listen to those men that I trust. So listen to me. Get prepared. Sat phones. Starlinks, generators, Faraday bags, and my favorite. It's my favorite and the least favorite. What is that? That's the bulletproof backpack. I send my son to school and I'm like, yes, he's got a ballistic backpack. And as I drive away, I go, damn, he has to have a ballistic backpack. Be prepared. sat123.com/JJ. Be prepared. Fast show. I got 10 minutes, 9 minutes. Again, I want you to listen to people as they speak because they tell you 100% what it is they believe. I'm going to tell you, this is a guy, a governor, let me get his name right, Evers. Governor Evers in Wisconsin says the part out loud that they believe in. And what is it that this man believes in? He believes that the entire economy of Wisconsin will crash if we do not have third world retarded people in our economy. Listen to this.
You know, our state will be destroyed economically if suddenly we decide anybody undocumented is going home or has to leave Wisconsin, has to leave their Wisconsin home. And you think about dairy farmers, you think about anything agriculture in the state of Wisconsin, it is absolutely, the majority of the work is done by people that are undocumented. So think about what our state will look like. I mean, whatever good things are happening right now in the state will automatically disappear if they start coming into Wisconsin and taking on undocumented folks.
The entire economy of Wisconsin will crash if third worlders that are illiterate, have diseases, are pumping out babies ad nauseum, are on all the social benefits and welfare, are mentally retarded. If we don't have all these retarded people in our state will crumble. You can't make this shit up. Nobody even raises their hand and says, hey, jackass, are you kidding me? Are you telling me my happiness, my everything I built in my home and everything in my state of Wisconsin is hanging on the balance of retarded third worlders? Are you kidding me? You pasty old white man? But here's something they never tell you. Amongst all those, quote, hardworking people are a bunch of guys that will rape and kill you. Or worse. What's worse of raping and killing you? Well, as a father, I'll tell you, it is having your child raped and killed and hacked to death by machetes.
Pictured on your screen. The fourth is underage and police are not publicly identifying them. All are in custody. This investigation dates back to early November after local officers and FBI agents found a body while searching for a missing person at Indian Creek Stream Valley Park in College Park, Maryland. Our Felicia Ashley reports police say the murders appear to be gang-related.
14-year-old Jefferson Amaya Ayala of D.C. was last seen alive here near this street in the Brightwood neighborhood in Northwest D.C. Investigators say that he was killed the same day that he went missing back in August. 7 News learned from investigators that the teen was lured to the Indian Creek Stream Valley Park in College Park. Saturday, law enforcement announced 4 suspects were arrested. The Prince George's County Police Department charged 4 suspects with the murder of Amaya Ayala. 18-year-old Jose Merlos Mahano, 21-year-old Alan Jose Garcia Padilla, and 19-year-old William Quiera Gutierrez.
Okay, look at that face. I arrested these savages for 24 years, and they are just that, savages, with 17 different names. I used to tell them, I don't care what your effing name is, dude. Just tell me your first and last. I don't care about your 17 names and your heritage and all that. I think you are a filthy, vile retard. First name, last name, and then shut your pie hole. That's how I was. I'm not going to apologize for that. When you deal with savages, illiterate, vile, human, subhuman animals every single day of your life, you'll get that way too. Because I know as I look at any legal alien in front of me, they are going to rob me of all of the social benefits, or they're going to rob me, meaning America, of my brothers and sisters, husbands and wives, and our children. These vile creatures are all over our nation. But we need them to pick our fruit and our dairies, or we're gonna die. Can you believe that people actually believe that? I'm going to play someone that I respect this man more than any individual in history as far as knowledge. I would put this man up in how I revere him in George Washington stead, a little below George Washington. Not the same pedestal, but below him. He's a genius. He is he could see things into the future as they were happening in present time, because he could take information. He knew it. He knew history. He took present information and was able to calculate exactly what was going to happen. And he is the author of Suicide of a Superpower, The Death of the West. That's Patrick Buchanan, a patriot, a historian, an intellectual giant in a world of morons.
I do believe this. We're going to have the American unipolar world where we have a single last superpower. That is definitely over. I think China is an emerging superpower by 2020, economically and militarily. It'll be the dominant power in Asia. And I think an emerging superpower. Look, if they...
But we're not dead by 2025.
Well, the United
right?
States
I was worried.
2025, what concerns me is what's happening here at home, that we seem to be disintegrating as one nation, under God, indivisible. All those things we had, it seems to me we're losing. We are very much at war with each other. Mm-hmm. And it's over ideology, politics, religion, philosophy, everything. And the terms we're using on each other, I'm on cable as you are. Mm-hmm. I mean, every day somebody's calling somebody else a racist. We didn't use those kinds of terms on each other's, even during the civil rights era.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true. But your book has a chapter called The End of White America,
right?
Which it's a startling term. And I'm curious what you mean, because isn't the end of white America, as we see the rise of Hispanics, a good thing? Proof that America is a melting pot, that anybody can succeed here, no matter the color of your skin or your religion or whatever.
Well, I'm a little concerned when people say, Pat, the majority of people looking like you, that's coming to an end, Pat. So let me say this. What's wrong with this is the idea that when whites are a minority in this country in 2041 and Hispanics are 150 million, what is going to hold us together when we don't have a common religion? We don't have common beliefs about right and wrong and morality as we used to. We are at war over whether or not equality means equality of rights or equality of rewards.
The American dream, the freedom, the belief, what caused the Arab Spring. That's what holds us together.
Do people, freedom and the idea of socialist equality and freedom are in mortal conflict. I was in China before you were born with Richard Nixon in 1972. The most equal society you've ever seen. Everybody had a blue Mao jacket on, and they were the poorest people you've ever seen. Now, tyranny, much of the tyranny has been lifted of Maoism, and it's an unequal society in China.
So.
Millionaires and billionaires, as Barack Obama would say. And
just a nice side note, my father was with Pat Buchanan and Richard Nixon as he went to China. My father was a Secret Service agent. Pat Buchanan makes it this. I love how he just says, the talk, what you say and verbalize, that people look like me are going to they're going to die or be killed in order to make room for people that don't look like me. Go try that in Japan and China and Russia and Iran and Mexico. Go ahead, try to say that. Suicide of a superpower. I can't imagine a better title for what is happening to the United States of America right now.